Good morning students, welcome you all for online classes. In previous video we have discussed about structure and union. Okay, with the help of struct keyword we have to define structure, and union we have to define union. Okay, and now today we will discuss array. Okay, arrays in C programming, one of the frequently arising problem is to handle similar types of data. Similar types of data means type of data, okay, or data types. Means int a we cannot use, okay, and int b, int c, different variables we have to use. Assume if the user want to store marks of 100 students, this can be done by creating 100 variable individually, but this process is rather tedious and impractical. These types of problem can be handled in any language using arrays. Okay, assume in third sem there are total 40 students are there. Okay, we want to store their marks. How we going to store? First of all you have to define a variable. Okay, so variable you have to define that. Assume these all are A, B, C and D and E. These all are subjects. Okay, assume I want to store subject A's mark is 20, B's subject mark score is 25, and C's subject is 30, and this is 40 for D, and E is 50. Okay, we have to store these marks. Okay, so you required what? Variable. Which type of variable? It is number, right? So you have to use int data type. Int data type. So int A is equal to 20, int B is equal to 25, and C is equal to 30, and D is equal to 40, and E is equal to 50. Okay, this is for one student. This is for one student. You have declared 5 variables with data type int. Now what about second student? Total how many students are there? 40. Okay, so what about second student? Again you have to define different variables. Okay, so how many variables you have to define? 40 into 5, 5 subject. Assume 5 subject. Total 200 variables you have to define to store your marks. So is it possible? No, it is not possible. And assume in your VTU exam is you are appearing every semester, right, with your subjects. So if in this situation how many variables we have to create? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. To solve this problem we will go for array. That is the concept. So here int a, b, c, d, e, f we cannot create variables like this. Better we go for array. That is the concept of array. So let's see definition of array. An array is defined as an ordered set of similar data items. All the data items of an array are stored in consecutive memory locations, means one by one memory locations. Similar data items means if you want to store numbers, so numbers only you have to store 10, 20, 30, 40, okay, like that. If you want to store characters, so you have to use character only, A, B, C, D. So these all are what? Similar data items. Okay, similar data items. All the data items of an array are stored in consecutive memory location. Consecutive memory locations means after 10 is stored, next element should store on next space 20. After storing 20, next space is for 30. After storing 30, next space is for 40. In this way all data items will going to store. So it is called what? Consecutive memory. It is called consecutive memory. And one more concept, each items can be accessed using the same name. Same name means what? Assume just here I am giving example, okay, try to understand this, but it is not standard syntax. Okay, here I'm taking my array name is A, having the data items 10, 20, 30, 40, or these we can call elements, or these we can call values. We can access using the same name, what? A, and different index value. What is the index value here? Index value is, I am representing what is the name of the array? A, and what is the index value? 0. Array will start from either 0 or 1. Now I am taking 0, then index 1, and here 2 and 3. Different index values 0, 1, 2, 3. These all are different numbers, right? So we can call these index values. What is the array name? A, same name. Okay, if we want to access 30, how can we access? With the help of same name. 30 belongs to A, 20 belongs to A, 10 belongs to A, but 10 has the index value 0, isn't it? 20 has the index value 1, 30 has the index value 2, and so on. So this is definition of an array. I hope you understood this concept. Okay, and next one, an array is set of pairs such that each index has a value. Each index has a value. See here, these all are index has the value 10, 20, 30, 40. These all are values. These all are index of an array. Now consider int array name is A and 5 is size. Later I will tell you. Okay, just try to understand what you mean by index and what you mean by value. Array name is A and index are A of 0, A of 1, 2, 3, 4. These all are indexes. and values are what? Values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These all are values, or we can call array elements. Okay, and now see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are all what? Values are array elements. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These all are indexes. Array name is what? A, and size is what? 5. Which data type we are using? Int. Okay, now declaration of one dimensional array. How to declare an array? Data type followed by array name followed by square, inside a square bracket we have to define size of the array. So data type is, here I am considering, okay, data type is int, and array name you can give any name as your wish. Here I am giving AITM. Then array size, how to define array size? Inside the square brackets. So square brackets, then how much size you want you can define. Here the name of the array is AITM, and array size is, or length of the array is 5, and here we can insert up to 5 elements inside the array, and data type is what? Int. Okay, now in this slide we will study the address of an array. I am going to define array name A and size is 5. So array elements are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Array index are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here these all are array elements, and these all are indexes. Now we will talk about this one, 100, 104. How we have to learn this address? 100. Okay, in this memory location 10 will going to store. This memory location 20 will going to store, and in this memory 108 memory location 30 will going to store. Okay, so how these memory will going to allocate in computer's memory? Now consider A of 0 means array of 0 index has the value how much? 100. Okay, 100, and the size of the int is how much? 4 bytes. Here which data type you are using? Int, so it has the size either 4 or 2 byte, either 4 or 2 byte. Now we are considering 4 byte, and the next address of 20 will be 104. How it came? See, previous address is how much? 100, followed by which data type you are using? Int. Int has the size is 4 byte. So 100 plus 4 how much? 104 will going to allocate in next space. It is a consecutive memory location, isn't it? So next element is 30. It has to stored on which address? One previous address followed by data type size. Data type size is 4 per int. So 104 plus 4 108. Then next address is 4. So how much space? 1112. Next array element space is 4. Total 116. In this memory address we are going to store. So consider this is a computer memory. Here data will going to store like this. Okay, here index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and so on. Okay, here base address will start from 100. If you use int, so 100 plus 4, next address will 104. Next is 108. Okay, in this manner it will going to allocate the memory for values where it will going to store inside the memory. Here 10, 20, 30, okay, 40, 50 and so on. So now you understood how these array elements address will occupy in computer's memory. Okay, if we want to print the first value, that is 10, how will going to print? Printf %d followed by array name, then index value. With the help of index value you can print these elements. A of 0 is how much? A of 0 is 10. If you want to print 50, how will going to print? A of and index value is 4. So what is the output? It will give 50. Okay, what about 20? How to print 20? Printf %d, array name A, index number is 1. So in this way you are going to print. If you print all the values, you go for I. Okay, if you use I, then it will print all the values. Okay, but we are not directly printing with the help of I. Somehow we have to take looping concept. Based on that loop we will going to execute these values. In further videos I am going to explain that concept. Now you understood? I hope you understood this concept. Now next one is initialization of one-dimensional array. Basically array has two types. One is single dimensional or one-dimensional or linear array. Second one is multi-dimensional array. Okay, now one-dimensional array. Array can be initialized at the time of declaration time. Okay, and note, it is not necessary to define the size of arrays during initialization. Choice is yours, but two priorities are there. You can use either fixed size of an array or no size of the array. Okay, here I have defined array size is 5, so I have to insert only 5 elements. In initialization means we have to consider these brackets. Inside these brackets we have to assign the elements into array. Here array size is 5, so 5 elements I have inserted, means initialized. And in second example, here I am not define any size. So how many elements are there? Total 6 elements. So you can define not only 6, you can define a number of elements. So how will going to occupy this space in computer? This compiler determines the size of an array by calculating the how many numbers of an elements you have inserted. Okay, based on these elements, compiler will determine the size of an array. Okay, so you can use either this one or this, but both are valid. Okay, so now initialization of one dimensional array. Next one, we will see the demo. Okay, first we will check the output, later we will consider the program. See, compile is done, then check the output. First array element is 10 and second array element is 20. Okay, let's see this program. So here initialization of an array, size is 5, array name is AITM, these all are elements. Okay, first array element is, I am going to print first array element is AITM. What is the index number? Index starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I want to print 10 now. First we have to consider index number. Index number is 0, so 0 I have written. And second array element is 20. What is the index number? 1, so 1 I have written. So this is the output what you have seen here, 10 and 20. Now I want to print potty. Okay, printf 1 2 3, fourth element of an array is %d and AITM. What is the index number? Index number of potty 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 I have to write. Then save it, compile. Compilation is done, then execute. So you got potty. Okay, so this is the array concept. If you have any doubts, please ask me. And one more thing, you want to know the memory address, isn't it? So I will print the memory address here. Printf memory address is %d shen, from which address you want address. Here to print address we have to use address operator, AITM of index number 0. Okay, then one more, I want to print a memory of 20. Okay, printf memory address is %d, then address operator AITM 1. So let's see what output will come. Okay, here we are using int data type. So int data type has 4 byte. Okay, this is our output 0. memory address is first element 880 and second address is 876. Okay, now we are using int data type. Int has the pore size 7876 plus 4. Next address is what? 80. Okay, so this is the memory address also we have printed. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Thank you.